Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about some of my favorite brushes and some that I recommend. Now, you do not have to have these brushes to create a beautiful makeup look. These are just the brushes that I prefer. So first we are going to go ahead and jump in. Brody isn't napping. He's watching a movie, so I'm going to have to be quick with this one. Okay, so we're going to start out with foundation. So I like to use a stippling brush. This one is the Sigma Flat Kabuki F80. And as you can see, it's just a flat head, and then you would just take it and you would buff it into the skin. And it kind of gives you that airbrushed, flawless look. I also think if you want to have a fuller coverage, then you could use the Beauty blender. This one's actually a knockoff, but it works pretty well. So I also have the smaller one, which I like to use underneath the eyes. But this is actually one of my favorites. I don't really prefer the flat ones because I think they leave a streaky kind of look with your foundation, and this one does not do that. Okay, next is the Sigma concealer brush, the F75, and I like to take this one and I'll just get in right in here and just kind of paint on my liquid concealer, and then I will blend it out with the mini beauty blender, which I just showed you. Okay, next is when it comes to setting my concealer, I like to use the Tapered Highlighter F35 by Sigma. It just kind of has this pointed shape. And I take it and it fits perfectly right underneath the eyes. I also sometimes use this for my highlighter. Just make sure you clean it off so that you don't go back underneath your eyes with a sparkly highlighter.
Mommy!
Oh,
Mama!
You hear him? Hi.
Mom! Mommy! Mom.
Okay, so when it comes to setting my face powder, I'll either use the Sigma large powder brush, the F20, or I will use the Tapered Face F25. Either one, it really doesn't matter, but you'll just take it and you'll just press on your powder. And when you're going into your powder, if it's a pressed powder, press your brush into it and then press it onto your face instead of swirling it, because then you are going to spread your powder everywhere and you will waste product. Okay, so moving on to contouring and blush. I actually just got this one. It's the Real Techniques Duo Fiber Contour Brush. It's one of their newer kits. I think you get 3 brushes for like $20, which is really, really awesome. The hairs do not fall out. They won't shed all over your face, which can be very, very annoying when you're trying to do your makeup and you have to keep picking at your face to get those hairs off. So I really, really like this one. You just go in and you would just bring that color in and contour the cheek and forehead and all those other places. Next, when it comes to blush, I like the, there's 2 different ones. So this one, which is the Powder Blush Brush, the F10 by Sigma, and this one is the Duo Fiber F15. Now with this one, you are going to get more of a sheer kind of look with your blush. With this one, you're going to get more color onto your brush, so you're going to get more of a compact looking color blush type look, if that makes sense. So less blush, more blush. And remember, you want to put your blush on the apples of your cheeks just to kind of brighten them up. Don't really worry about, you can bring it up a little bit if you want, but try and concentrate just on those the apples of your cheeks. Okay, next we will move on to eye brushes, which is really important when you want to get a blended out eye and not have any harsh lines, and you really want to build your color and you know, create those really cool eyes. Or even if you just want to do a simple look with your eyes, you're still going to want to use some of these to blend out so you're not having those harsh lines. So first, first is the MAC, I think this is 280, nope, 239. And it's just a flathead brush. Sigma has one of these too. I have one back there. But you're just going to take, this would be just for taking a light colored powder and pressing it onto the lid of your eye, or any color eyeshadow that you choose. You'll take this and you'll press it onto the lid. Next would be the Tapered Blending, the E35. This one is going to give you that blended, smoked out look. So you would take this one and you would just blend out your colors to create a soft airbrush look instead of having any harsh lines. And then which one's this one? The Sigma Blending E25. This one's just a smaller brush, but you can get it in a bigger size. But this is what I like to take a darker color. If I'm using a darker color, go into the crease like this and just pack it on the outside of my lid. And then I will go back in with this bigger blending brush and I will buff out the color so that there's no harsh lines, and so I can blend that darker shade into whatever shade I put on first. Next is the Sigma Short Shader E20. This is good for getting color underneath your eyes, and you can smoke it out a little bit. You could also go back with that blending brush and you can smoke out even more if you wanted to. Okay, and then we have the Sigma Flat Definer E15. Yes, and this I actually like to use for my eyeliner. If you use a cream liner, you'll just dip it in and you'll take it and you'll just go like this, just little sections, and just push it into that waterline. You can do the same for if you're going to do the, oh, what do they call it? I can't even think of it. I know it, but I can't think of it. Anyways, when you're putting it underneath your lashes. What do they call that? Whatever, I'll Google it. I know what it is, I just cannot think of it. Anyways, and you can also use it for the top if you want to do eyeliner on the top also. And then next I have just this two-faced double-ended brush for my brows. So you can brush out the hairs, and then you'll take this angled brush and you will just fill in your brows. It makes it very, very simple, very easy. Like I said, and those are, by the way, all the brushes. Like, that's what I use, which is probably a lot more than most people use on the average, or on the daily, but yeah, I love makeup, so I collect them. Anyways, but you don't have to have a certain brand or, you know, a certain type of brush. If it works for you, then go for it. The main thing is a good brush will last you a very long time as long as you take care of it. And I love these Sigma brushes. The only bad thing I will say is sometimes, like, you hear that? It kind of comes loose sometimes, but I mean, you can just hot glue it back, but not all of them are like that. I only have like one or two that are like that. And the Real Techniques brushes, these you can find at Ulta, and I believe they also carry them in some Targets now. And these are awesome. Like, if you need good brushes but you don't have the money to spend, you know, to get a little more expensive brush, then go for these, because they don't shed, they're going to do the job, and they won't break the bank. And that's very, very important. Especially if, like, you're a new makeup artist and you're just starting out. I definitely suggest these because they do what they need to do. Also, for the Beauty Blender, Real Techniques has a knockoff one that you could use too. And when it comes to cleaning your brushes, if you cannot clean them as often as you should, then I suggest buying a cleaner like this. Hopefully you can see it. It's so bright. I'll link it down below. But this this one you can get at Ulta. It has a really nice citrus scent to it, and it has a little bit of an oil in it, so it's going to keep your brushes very, very soft, and it makes them smell good. So, and it's very quick drying. So if you're in the middle of clients, if you're a makeup artist and you're in the middle of clients and you need to clean your brushes, I suggest getting this because it makes it very quick. You're not going to spread germs, and I mean, even if you don't do makeup, it's good to have, so that you can clean off that brush and you're not mixing your colors together. I always hate when I pick up a blush brush and I go to dip it in and then I'm getting like 3 other different colors on my face because I did not clean it. Same with eyeshadow brushes. So, but yeah, that is all that I have. If you have any questions or any requests, please feel free to leave them down below in the comments section. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helps. Hopefully I did not go through it too fast. Sorry, today was a quick one. But yeah, just comment any questions that you have and I would love to answer them. So thanks guys. Hope you have a good day. Bye.